What up, channel? It's FoRePLayyGANG, and this is another video. In this video, I'm going to break down nothing, and I'm going to actually do a commentary that someone asked me about. This is a Slums Hardpoint. I'm going to end up dropping 37 kills, I believe 16 deaths. Don't quote me on that. And this video topic is actually interesting. Someone hit me up on Twitter, was like, hey, FoRePLayyGANG, can you do a video on what it used to be like then? So I'm pretty sure we'll title it something like that. And by then, they meant back in the day in COD 4 MW2, what it was like compared to now. I used to touch on this topic a little bit. I've done a video in the past. I think it was called How Gaming Has Changed, if you guys want to check that out. But I think they were talking more in an aspect of the video game lifestyle and, you know, like waking up, playing AIDS, etc., etc. So we're going to start this one out in 2008. I'm going to do this. I really hate talking about back in my days because I'm not that old yet. And I haven't, you know, like, I mean, it's whatever. It's part of my history. So if you guys like this video, I hope you do. Plus, just sit back, relax, chill. You know, just another daily video. I feel each video I make, we kind of get closer and closer as sub to YouTuber to friend to whatever you want to call it. So, but back in the day, gaming used to be completely different than it is now because there was no responsibilities in terms of YouTube, Twitch, Twitter even. There was really nothing going on. It was nothing but wake up, play the game, and get off the game, go to bed, repeat. In fact, I was the nerdiest of all nerds. I was the guy that I used to have two crews, right? Okay, so I'm gonna start it like this. When it first started in 2008, I didn't play with anybody but my team. We got on at around 4 p.m. No, I'm gonna say we got on when we woke up. Okay, so like I legit had no life. This is when I first came off my football injury, and I was legit doing nothing with my life besides wasting it. No, I'm not wasting it because I am where I am today, and I have the success I have. So I hate to say wasting it, but I'm pretty sure you guys understand what I'm saying by that. So, for example, my typical day back then, I would wake up and I would get on the video game right away. I'd get on COD 4 at the time, and my team, I'd be like, hey, you guys want to play? You didn't scrim back then. There wasn't really team scrims. It wasn't really anything like that. You focused all your emphasis on GB, like on game battles, and you would play like 15, 20 matches a day minimum. And you'd run into other top teams. Back in the day, there used to be a team called Victoria's Secret. It was led by a dude named Tophers, and they were really good. We used to play them in 3v3s all the time, and it was Stainville, myself, Fierce, and Nemesis. And after we would play like about 15, 20 team matches, Nemesis would normally get off at that time because he had to work at a grocery store and get up the next day. So we'd be like, all right, we'll just call it for the night. And this is normally at like 2 or 3 in the morning. So what Fierce and I would do is we made a doubles team, and we were ranked #1 in dubs, and we would play anything. Like, we were camping on TDM, and I'm not talking regular camping. You know how, like, if you play a TDM in a pub, you see a guy hiding in a bush? That was us. We would legit make people hate us, and I can admit that because, yeah, I was just on the game, and all I cared about was winning, you know. And I'm sure you guys will agree with that. Like, the motto on this channel that we've talked about before is, you're not here to make friends, you're here to make history. You know, you're here to win, and you're here to get your name known. So we were ranked #1, and we would always match up against the same kids every night. They used to get pissed. We knew how they would play, so we would go into the game, and our motto in TDM at the time was the first kill matters more than anything. So like we would legit like get the first kill and run away and then go hide, and then they have to come to you. So like they're coming to you when you're posted up with like at the time it was an M16 or even an SMG in a bush, and you'd kill them, and then you'd get up like 3-1, and then it'd do the same thing, and you'd choose like a different camping location. I believe claymores were allowed. Man, it was a nightmare. But that's what we did, and we ended up then finally the pro circuit came out. We ended up going 28-12 on that, and nobody took us serious at all. And then we finally started making noise in the playoffs, and that's where we became a playoff team. No matter how we did in the ladder, we prepared so hard for the playoffs. And how we would prepare is they'd give you a map set. So like, for example, they'd be like, all right, this map set is Crash, Overgrown, and something else. And then on to NW2, they did the same thing, obviously. And then these things called customs. Oh yeah, we ended up placing 3rd in that PCL, by the way. We lost to a team called Dominance in winners finals, I believe. But yeah, and that was like people that you might have heard today, Halifax Streets and a kid named Academic, and another kid named Punisher, I believe, was on that team. It's been a long time, so pardon me if one of those are wrong, but this is old school memories. And then customs came about. They weren't called 8s yet. Like, the term 8s wasn't around. People were like, yo, are you playing customs? And I was legit on the game so much that I had 2 sets of custom crews. Like, a custom crew is like someone you would meet at the night. And for those of you that don't know what 8s or customs are, it's basically what you do is you're just scrimming, except without a team. You know, like, you randomly assign teams. It's just a custom. You would randomly just get on a team, and that would be it. So yeah, there's really nothing more to it than that. And that's same with 8s. Like, now you can pick whoever is hosting 8s. You can do all that type of stuff. So I would have 2 different custom crews. My custom crew at night would be different from my custom crew in the morning. And it is the funniest thing in the world, man. So my custom crew at night would be like all US people, and then my custom crew in the morning would be all EU people. Like, I used to play with a lot of the dudes from Dignitas. I believe I played with Sours. Just a bunch of people that played EU back then, like that were from the EU. I don't even know if Deserta was around yet at this time, but I was playing with a bunch of the old school guys that you guys may know. Like, what are some of the, like, GOAT? I'm sure a lot of you guys know GOAT, but yeah. So we did that, and then things started progressively changing to where you actually team scrimmed, you know? And it's weird because back then, imagine like getting on the game and not team scrimming. You were just straight to game battles matches. You were playing your game battles matches, and then you would go, like, get to sleep, and then we were playing more. So basically, I would just wake up, play the game, and then I'd get 1 meal a day. That's when I gained all that weight. I was eating 1 huge meal a day. I'm talking like this meal was ginormous. I don't remember what it was, but it was straight bad food, and I wasn't doing anything besides playing. And it's funny how I can say this today, because I know that Fierce will probably watch this video, or Nemesis, or one of the old school cats that I used to team with. And yeah, so when things started evolving, the reason that a lot of people fell off is because the game started evolving and they weren't putting in enough time. And that's even safe to say what happened to me in MW3 when I kind of took a break. I didn't play enough, and then towards the end I obviously came back. But you have to play enough to be able to, I guess, be a part of the community and continue to grow. And at the time, Fierce and Nemesis both stopped playing as much as they should have, and it was just a nightmare. So once they quit playing, we had to obviously make the roster decision. And in 2009, we ended up dropping them for Sidrock and Proofy at the time. And Proofy played more than anybody I knew because he just wanted. He was like a young kid at that time. I think he was like 15. And it's so crazy to know, or think I've known Proofy for that long. We picked him up from this team, and then we were grinding all the time. And then the transition to MW2 was different too, because they started having like more serious tournaments, like a PCL in MW2. Everyone thought that there was going to be actual MLG events. When they announced that they weren't doing actual MLG events, they tried to give us little stuff like the All-Star game. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the MW2 All-Star game, but it was actually pretty cool. Go to YouTube. I might be able to put it in the description below. If I don't, just go to YouTube and type in MW2 All-Star Classic. You can see me playing against Stainville, Moho. I actually clutch on Stainville in that video in the very first round, very first game of Search. And I was the captain of that game. You can see my dumb little picture they put up. It was so ghetto. Fwiz was casting, but it was all we had at the time, and I guess that was kind of cool. So, and then now, like, let's jump from then to now. Now it's all about 8s. You know what I mean? Like, the same type of thing. If you want to get successful in this game and you want to get known, you just grind 8s, man. And I know that's like, man, I'm not going to sit here and grind 8s, but that's legit what you have to do. And that's not, it's not just to make yourself better, because 8s to me don't mean anything, because it's just glorified kill whores, you know? But when you're in those 8s, if you're kill whoring, people are going to notice you, and you just got to make sure that you get in the right 8s. Like, you can't be with a bunch of people that aren't really, you know, known or that good anyway. But, and then also game battles. I know a friend right now that's like 200-0 or some crazy shit on game battles. No, maybe not 200-0. He's in first place, or they were, and he always like tells me, oh, we're battling for first and all this stuff. And he reminds me of what I used to do. And game battles is a good way to get known. And then also participating in those tournaments. Now it's more going to events, though. You know, like, everything is about going to an event. Everything is about your social media, doing YouTube. For me, like, I know for a fact that when YouTube first started, I hated it. I didn't even want to do it because I wasn't getting any views. And even now, like, I have a lot of subs, but you'll notice a lot of my subs are inactive because I got most of those subs when I was doing like montages weekly. I did the series called Till Infinity, a lot of you remember. And I was just doing a bunch of this different stuff that made these subs come to me. I was doing dual comms with some bigger name YouTubers. And then everything fell off because I just got unmotivated to do it. By the way, if you notice, I think I went on like an 8 kill streak just there. I was dominating everybody. But we're going to end up winning this game right here. And yeah, I went 38 and 27. I was way off. Holy. Either way, this is the only video I had. I hope that you guys enjoyed that little story, a little throwback then to now. This is FoRePLayyy from Team Fallacy, the FoRePLayyy gang, and Team Envious. Until next time, keep dominating your game. Peace. What up, FoRePLayyy gang? I hope that you guys enjoyed that commentary. A lot of people tweeted me ideas and stuff of what to do. Sometimes I pick them and I'll just do it. So if you asked that question, I hope that you enjoyed that commentary that was dedicated to you. Video top left, video top right, favorite, comment, like, subscribe, get at me on Twitter, and I hope you like the way things are rolling. That was a 10-minute commentary. It felt pretty easy. One take, no problem. Until next time, take care.